In a quiet town surrounded by mountains and gentle breezes, there lived a man named Benjamin Eliot, known by many as the man who never slept. For years, Benjamin tried to fall asleep like everyone else. Chamomile tea, instrumental music, meditation. Nothing worked. He spent his nights wide awake, listening to the steady ticking of the clock in the living room. He was a scientist, but not the kind in a lab coat with test tubes. He was the kind who used his own mind as a laboratory. His field of study? The invisible behavior of nighttime thoughts. In the solitude of his nights, Benjamin began to notice something curious, a pattern among the thoughts that came before sleep. They were like polite visitors, knocking on the door of his mind but not wanting to stay. Then he had an idea. If thoughts insisted on coming, maybe he could put them in order. Give them a line, a rhythm, a number. That night, sitting in the pale blue armchair in his living room, Benjamin grabbed a notebook. He wrote at the top of the page, "The 100 Formula." And there, between yawns and doubts, the beginning of what would change his life and millions of others was born. He created a calm sequence. A way to count, not with rush or anxiety, but with softness and intention. Each number would have an image, a word, a sound, a happy memory. One sigh per number, one rest per thought. That first night, Benjamin counted a broken bar. Only a broken bar, a broken bar, a broken bar. And before he reached 32, the world was already far away. For the first time in years, he slept. He slept like a child in a safe embrace. No fear of the dark. No sudden starts. Just a broken bar sleep. And when he woke up, his face bathed in the soft morning light, Benjamin knew he had discovered something precious. A formula. A secret. A gift for all those who had lost too many nights trying to rest. And so begins the story of an ordinary man who gave the world an extraordinary gift, learning to sleep a broken bar before counting to 100. The next morning, Benjamin Eliot sat by his favorite window overlooking the jasmine garden. A sweet silence filled the air. It was as if nature itself knew, something new had been born in that house overnight. He made some tea not because he needed it, but out of habit. With the warm cup in his hands, he looked at the notebook from the night before. The 100 Formula, scribbled there in pencil and hope. Benjamin still didn't know if it had been a one-time miracle, or if he had truly created a reliable path to the fields of sleep. But he knew someone who could test it. A few blocks away lived Clara, a gentle-eyed woman with slow steps. Widowed many years ago, Clara had suffered from insomnia since her husband passed. She slept in broken pieces, as if the night were a patchwork quilt poorly sewn. That afternoon, Benjamin walked to her house carrying a small light wooden box. Inside, there was only a folded sheet of paper and an old recorder. Clara," he said with a calm smile, "I want you to try this tonight. Just listen. And count with me broken bar." Clara smiled, as if accepting a child's game. She thanked him with teary eyes. And that very night, under linen blankets and loneliness, she pressed the recorder's button. Benjamin's voice, calm as a gentle tide, began to count. Only a broken bar, imagine a candle flickering out. A2 a broken bar, a soft breeze crosses the field. A3 a broken bar, a blue butterfly lands on the palm of your hand. Each number came with an image, a soft sound, an invisible embrace. A4 a broken bar, a hammock sways in the wind. A5 a broken bar, bare feet on fresh grass. Before Clara knew it, her eyes closed. Her hands relaxed. Her breath became as light as a feather. She woke only with the first rays of morning, the recorder silent, and her heart a broken bar full of peace. The next day, Benjamin received a note. Dear Benjamin, I slept like the dearly loved. I thank you with all my tired heart. You have a gift. And that's when he knew. The formula wasn't just his. It was a gift. And like all gifts, a broken bar, it needed to be shared. The following week, he visited David, the anxious mailman. Then Matteo, the baker who dreamed of debts. At every home, he left an audio, a folded sheet, a calm count until sleep came. And one by one, they fell asleep, a broken bar before even reaching the number 50. It wasn't magic. It wasn't pure science. It was the power of imagination guided by tenderness. Benjamin began to understand that the secret wasn't just in the numbers, but in the softness with which each number was carried. Words that lull. Images that quiet. Silence between sounds. It was as if, by counting, he was saying, "You are safe. You can rest now. The world will be okay while you sleep." And for the first time in a long time, a broken bar, he too was sleeping in peace. Words traveled like breezes through open windows. In just a few days, Benjamin's little formula no longer belonged only to him. It was like a lullaby passed hand to hand, without losing its sweetness. Then came a different kind of request. It was a simple letter, written in colored pencil and shaky letters. Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm 8 years old and I can't sleep in the hospital. My mom cries when she thinks I'm asleep. Could your voice help me? Benjamin read the letter quietly. The hospital's name was at the bottom, A Santa Esperanto Section A, Children's Ward. That night, he didn't sleep. Instead, he kept recording. Whispering images as if speaking to his own child's heart. Only a broken bar, a star smiling just for you. A2 a broken bar, the blanket turns into a soft cloud. A3 a broken bar, a paper dragon dances in the sky. He recorded slowly, leaving space between the words, as if giving the soul time to breathe. He wanted Lucas, lying there among wires and beeps, to feel he wasn't alone. The next morning, Benjamin arrived at the hospital with a small sound player in hand. He asked permission. He was met with skepticism. But when he finished explaining, the head nurse just said, If this works, a broken bar, it'll be the best miracle of the week." In room 8, Lucas waited with eyes bigger than his body. There were marks of sleepless nights under his lashes. But there was also a spark of hope. Benjamin didn't say much. He just pressed play. And sat silently. The voice began. A4 a broken bar, a kitten purrs right next to your ear. A5 a broken bar, you glide on a magic carpet made of cotton. Lucas closed his eyes. A6 a broken bar, the walls become trees. and the trees tell stories. Benjamin watched him without breathing. The heart monitor started slowing down. The breathing became gentle. The little face, peaceful. By the time he reached number 11, Lucas was already asleep. And Benjamin quietly cried. In the days that followed, other rooms began to ask for the recording of the man with the beautiful images. Children who used to toss and turn until dawn now slept before number 20. There was something pure there. Something that couldn't be explained. As if, in sleep, each of them was reconnected to a secret place, where there was no pain or fear. Benjamin began visiting the hospital every week. Not as a doctor. Not as a magician. But as someone who, with simple and gentle words, created paths back to peace. The hospital started recording his sessions. And the voices traveled to other states. Other countries. Without realizing it, Benjamin was caring for thousands of hearts. With just 100 numbers and a world of tenderness. But in a broken bar the work was only beginning. Because there were still many sleepless nights out there. And deep down, Benjamin didn't just want to help people sleep. He wanted them to wake up feeling loved. Not every dream walks without obstacles. Not every formula always finds open doors. Benjamin felt this on a gray afternoon when he received a different kind of letter. It wasn't from a child, but from a group of doctors at the hospital, an invitation to a formal meeting. They had doubts. They wondered if this formula for sleep was more than a fairy tale. They wanted to understand the numbers, the sounds, why so many children were improving. They wanted proof. They wanted science. Benjamin understood. There was no magic without trust. And he didn't have ready answers. At the meeting, he showed the audios, the stories, the messages from the children. He spoke with an open heart, talking about hope, affection, humanity. But the doctors, serious, wanted more than stories. They wanted data, studies, proven results. We need to ensure the children are safe. We can't rely on feelings alone, said Dr. Clara, head of the department. Benjamin felt a tightness in his chest. But instead of giving up, he saw there a new calling. I won't stop, he thought. I'll prove this formula is real, because it lives in every peaceful sleeping gaze. He asked to monitor the children's sleep, with monitors, charts, observations. He spent nights at the hospital, recording every sigh, every moment of calm. He made careful notes, spoke with families, worked alongside doctors. And he discovered that beyond the effect of the voice, there was something he hadn't expected, the power of human connection. The children didn't sleep just because they heard numbers. They slept because they felt someone cared. Because they weren't alone in the dark. With this data, Benjamin helped create a new project. A space in the hospital called the Dream Room, where volunteers read soft stories, sang, and embraced silence with tenderness. The hospital embraced the idea. Doctors began to see not only what science explained, but what the heart recognized. Benjamin felt that even in the face of doubt, his journey gained strength. Because the true formula for sleep, he discovered, was made of love and care. And so, between proof and hugs, Between numbers and whispers, he continued to turn difficult nights into peaceful rest. That night, Benjamin was especially attentive. Many children had already surrendered to sleep with his magical formula, slowly counting to 100, breathing gently, letting the mind sail among stars and soft dreams. But then, Sophia appeared, a little girl with curly hair and big eyes shining with a restlessness that seemed bigger than her age. She sat beside him, gripping the edge of the bed tightly. Benjamin, I counted to 100, a broken bar, but I'm still awake," she said, with a hint of frustration in her voice. Benjamin smiled gently, feeling the weight of that moment. He knew that even with all the care, sleep wasn't always an immediate arrival. Some nights, sleep liked to play hide and seek. Sophia," he replied in the calm voice that had soothed so many restless souls before, "sometimes sleep takes time to come, and that's okay. Counting to 100 is just the beginning of the journey." He held her small hand, feeling the warmth that needed comfort. What matters isn't just counting, but feeling the calm grow inside your chest. Like your heart is a quiet lake, where the waves cannot disturb the surface. Sophia looked at him, trying to understand that metaphor. Benjamin continued, in an even softer tone, almost as if sharing a secret. Imagine each number is a star in the sky, and we slowly count, watching each one shine. And if we reach 100 and sleep doesn't come, then we take a deep breath, close our eyes, and let the stars dance. Sophia's eyes began to close, but a doubt still lingered. What if I can't fall asleep? What if sleep never really comes? Benjamin gently squeezed her hand and said, Sleep is a shy friend, Sophia. It appears when it feels we are ready to receive its embrace. Sometimes it takes time, and other times it comes quickly. But the most important thing is not to worry, because worrying pushes sleep away. For those nights when counting to 100 seemed not enough, Benjamin had created other ways to invite sleep: whispered stories, songs that felt like gentle breezes, even the sound of wind passing through the hospital halls, cradling everything around with an invisible melody. Sophia, little by little, let her body relax. Her face, once tense, broke into a sleepy, soft smile. Benjamin felt deep in his chest a certainty: the formula for sleep wasn't a secret kept in numbers, but a path of empathy, patience, and love. He learned that every child was unique, and that the true power lay in being present, being a beacon of calm amid restlessness. In that moment, the whisper of doubt turned into a soft sigh, and Sophia fell asleep, wrapped in an invisible embrace of tranquility. Benjamin smiled at Sophia, now calm, and said, Do you want me to show you the magic formula to fall asleep? It's not just counting numbers, but imagining good things that take you to a place of peace." Sophia nodded, her eyes shining with curiosity. Benjamin then began, in a calm and sweet voice, almost like a song. The sleep formula. 1. A star that smiles just for you. 2. The blanket turns into a soft cloud. 3. A paper dragon dancing in the sky. 4. Leaves whispering secrets of peace. 5. A gentle breeze that strokes your face. 6. A creek singing a soft song. 7. City lights turn into fireflies blinking slowly. 8. A cotton candy ball floating in the air. 9. A rainbow bridge to an enchanted world. 10. The sweet scent of flowers only you know. 11. A boat sailing on a sea of stars. 12. A book that tells stories only you can hear. 13. Clouds turning into stuffed animals. 14. A melody only the heart knows how to sing. 15. A garden where butterflies dance in silence. 16. Moonlight casting gentle shadows on the wall. 17. A hug that warms without touching. 18. A staircase made of rose petals. 19. A sun saying goodbye with a smile. 20. The soft song of birds on a calm morning. 21. A secret kept at the bottom of the sea. 22. A wheat field swaying in the wind. 23. Shooting stars making silent wishes. 24. A magic carpet floating with a wind. 25. A tight hug from an invisible friend. 26. A balloon carrying dreams far away. 27. A mermaid's song calming the heart. 28. A sandcastle on the shore. 29. The soft glow of morning after the rain. 30. A dance of golden leaves in autumn. 31. A bridge of stars over a quiet river. 32. The sweet scent of wild honey. 33. A mirrored lake holding secrets. 34. A song sung by the wind. 35. The smile of an invisible fairy. 36. A path of light between the trees. 37. A cloud hugging the mountain. 38. The sound of waves kissing the sand. 39. A bow of colors after the rain. 40. A secret told only to the moon. 41. A clock marking the hour of dreams. 42. A bird flying silently. 43. A star blinking just for you. 44. A never-ending flower field. 45. The whisper of trees at dusk. 46. A soft glow at the end of the tunnel. 47. A light balloon rising to the sky. 48. A butterfly dancing in the air. 49. A secret kept in the heart. 50. A warm hug with no end. 51. A dream beginning to form. 52. Stars singing a song. 53. A road of light to a happy place. 54. The morning glow that hasn't come yet. 55. A candle that never goes out. 56. A field where flowers dance. 57. The sound of wind through leaves. 58. A soft cloud that wraps around you. 59. A melody only the heart understands. 60. An invisible hug that protects. 61. The silence that cradles dreams. 62. A star that never goes out. 63. A golden wheat field at sunset. 64. A calm sea reflecting the moon. 65. A secret garden just for you. 66. The soft glow of a distant lighthouse. 67. A bird singing to fall asleep. 68. A wave that carries away tiredness. 69. A sigh turning into a dream. 70. The night's embrace wrapping you. 71. A dream dancing in the dark. 72. The whisper of leaves telling stories. 73. A cloud that protects. 74. A secret kept in silence. 75. A glow that lights up hope. 76. A magic carpet taking you far away. 77. A shooting star making wishes come true. 78. A love song to lull you. 79. The glow of the full moon. 80. A warm hug that calms. 81. A melody that never ends. 82. A boat sailing in a dream. 83. A smile from the heart. 84. A dance of lights in the sky. 85. A secret only you know. 86. A garden of flowers that never wilt. 87. The sound of wind that soothes. 88. A star shining just for you. 89. A hug that never ends. 90. A gentle wave that carries away tiredness. 91. A dream that comes true. 92. The silence of the night that calms. 93. A light that guides. 94. A whisper of hope. 95. A field of stars to rest. 96. A good night's kiss. 97. A soft melody. 98. A sweet and peaceful dream. 99. The embrace of sleep that welcomes you. 100. A new beginning in the world of dreams. Benjamin looked at Sophia, already surrendered to sleep, with a smile of someone who knew the magic formula was not just in the numbers, but in the images, the calm, and the love carried in each word. Sweet dreams.